Vipi vipi watazamaji na wasikilizaji wa Celeb Corner KE. Now ileo being the day that the judiciary, or let me say the Supreme Court, has been celebrating 12 years since its establishment. A lot of things have come out, but one thing that has stood out is in regards to the former Law Society of Kenya and different lawyers in the country uniting and all calling after the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, the incredible Chief Justice David Maraga, to come back and seek an elected position as the President of the Republic of Kenya, as they all claim that the country needs somebody that is not a pushover, somebody that showed the people of the Republic of Kenya that he is a respecter of the law and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. All these are coming after the ruling in the High Court, where the High Court and the Supreme Court upheld the impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Now, getting down to this story, it's one of the stories that has caught my attention in a very big way because I am a lover and observer over how the former Chief Justice David Maraga has been a man who has stood for the law. It doesn't matter who intimidates him or who tells him what he should do. Now, the former Attorney General Kehara Havi has recently made headlines with a bold message. Leaving the former Attorney General out of this, let's speak about Nelson Havi. Nelson Havi has directed a message to former Chief Justice William Mutunga David Maraga. In a tweet, he suggested that one of them should forego their retirement and run for the presidency of Kenya, having emphasized the need for a wise old man to restore the nation's social contract, likening the situation to returning it to its factory setting. Havi's call comes amidst ongoing political challenges in Kenya, where many citizens express dissatisfaction with current leadership. His proposition reflects a desire for experienced leaders who can navigate the complexities of the country's political landscape and address pressing issues. The idea of former judicial leaders entering politics is not unprecedented, as their backgrounds in law and governance position them uniquely to tackle national concerns. This tweet has sparked discussions among Kenyans about the potential role of former judges in political leaderships. Supporters believe that Mutunga or Maraga would bring a fresh perspective and integrity to the presidency, while critics argue that the focus should be on new leadership rather than returning to established figures. As the political climate continues to evolve, Havi's suggestion has ignited a debate on the qualities needed in Kenya's next president. With the next elections on the horizon, the conversation around who should lead the nation will undoubtedly grow more intense. Remember, in the year 2027, we know it will be a race that President William Ruto will be vying for his second term as the President of the Republic of Kenya. Also on the list, we all have this perspective that Senior Counsel and former Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, will be on the ballot box. Now, what Kenyans want is a new blood, or somebody that has not been on this position before, somebody that knows on how to navigate and who in all manners respect the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. And when I say respect the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, I mean they really see the need to put the people's interest at first, because when he served as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, especially Bwana David Maraga, in the year 2017, when President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto were running for the second term, they won the election for the first round. But the opposition leader Raila Odinga Amolo, together with his team, challenged the results. After challenging the results, there came the real deal. where David Maraga, being the overseer of the said case between Raila Odinga and William Ruto's election and Uhuru Kenyatta election results, declared that there was cheating, or there was a violation that happened at the IEBC, and which made him to declare that the said the said results that were given to the people of the Republic of Kenya could not be upheld. And he claimed that Bona the said election results could not be upheld, and that Kenya had to go back into election. And he gave the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto and the opposition, that is Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka, to go back on the ballot and to go back on the campaign trail for the next 60 days, so that they would again campaign, and then fresh elections were held, where though fresh elections were held, William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta won the election. But remember, before these fresh elections were held, after Willie Mutunga declared, and I mean David Maraga declared the results null and void, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, together with William Ruto, on their campaign trail, campaigning for the second time in the then 60 days, so that they would go to another election, they criticized David Maraga and even threw stern warnings at him. They called out David Maraga. They threatened him, where they said that they will revisit the Supreme Court and the judicial system of the Republic of Kenya, believing that David Maraga was somebody that was compromised, and that is why he did not uphold the election results. But that became the defining moment of David Maraga's tenure as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. So, although Maraga was threatened and told all kind of things, he maintained to the people of the Republic, and mostly to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, that he is not going to be shaken and the judicial system is not going to be corrupted, because the both of them thinks that they could rig the election and go ahead to rule the Republic. So David Maraga remains to be the best candidate if we have to table a person that has ruled the judicial system or the Supreme Court as a presidential candidate. Looking at what Bwana Nelson Havi said, he said, CJ Dr. Willie Mutunga, Senior Counsel, or CJ David Maraga must sacrifice their retirement and offer themselves for elections as President of the Republic of Kenya. We need a wise old man to return this social contract to factory setting. That is what was said. Now, after this, a lot of Kenyans came with different reactions. Many saying that Justice Maraga would make sense and create real change in governance. Some saying that Maraga can make a good president. I also really think that Bwana Maraga can make a very good president. And when he posted and held a poll on social media asking, let us pick one distinguished lawyer and plead with him or her to run for president. Number one was Martha Karua, who got 13% of the vote. Number two was David Maraga, who got 62% of the votes. Number three was Willie Mutunga, who got 8%. Number four, and the last name was Kalonzo Musyoka, who got 17% of the vote, which means that David Maraga takes the lead as the undisputed man to run for the presidency seat with a 62% from Kenyans, proving that they will support David Maraga if he goes ahead to seek the position of the deputy president, the president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, getting down to this, I want to read a few reactions A few reactions from Kenyans. Cleophas Matoke says among these picks, Maraga stands out by a big margin. Kenyans for Kenya says I could vote Maraga 1,000 times over any day, any time. The others have hidden State House money. Mutunga ate State House money. Karua rigged. Kibaki Kalonzo lives on grabbed NYS land. James Laban says David Maraga should be persuaded to run for presidency in 2027 if it's against his will. This country needs transformation. Who are his close confidants? They need to pass this message ASAP. Guajif says the only person who might be suitable is Maraga. Mother Karua, what she did during Kibaki's regime, no. Kalonzo Musyoka has no signs, and I don't trust Willy Mutunga. Joseph Kimonyi says all of the above. CJ Maraga for IEBC chairmanship. So many are saying even if CJ Maraga fails to take up the mantle or the role as the presidential candidate, he should at least be given the role to be the chairman of IEBC if the IEBC is reconstituted again, and he should be the overseer of the elections come the year 2027, because they believe under Maraga there is no rigging that will happen. And if we have a very legit IEBC chairman, not somebody like the Wafula guy, the Chebukati guy, no, somebody like Maraga, then we will have a legit election come the year 2027. But let me ask you, do you think President William Ruto is that naive and is that gullible to fall in traps of him losing his second term? Losing election to become to take up the mantle to become the president for the second term by choosing David Maraga as the chairman of IEBC. No, Ruto cannot even think about that. What is your take? Do you think Maraga would make a very good president for this republic? If so, leave your comment to the comment section. See you in our next video. Remember, this is Celeb Corner K.